Hi, this is Mayor John Payton, and I appreciate the opportunity to explain to the viewers of Metro Jacks my thoughts on how I intend to use the last 18 months in office to really keep Jacksonville moving forward and hopefully position it well for a post-recession recovery. I think there are two things we really should focus on. How do we exploit our opportunities, and how do we overcome our challenges? We've spent a great deal of time talking about opportunities, particularly with downtown revitalization, with improved public space and livability and convention center talk. But one of the things we have to keep our eye on the ball with is public safety. If you were to pick one single challenge that I think threatens this city's future, it is our history and our pattern in violent crime, particularly our murder rate. Jacksonville's had the unfortunate distinction of leading the state in per capita murder for about 10 years. And unfortunately, I think we're turning the tide on that, but there's a lot of work to be done, and we must keep our foot on the gas pedal. One of the initiatives I'm most proud of is the Jacksonville Journey. This is, I think, probably the first comprehensive, citizen-driven approach to crime fighting we've seen in Jacksonville, and probably a model, I think, for other communities around the country. I asked about 150 citizens to come together. I gave them about 120 days to develop a plan with a budget on how we start to tackle violent crime and how do we get to some of the root causes and not just treating the symptoms. They came back with, I think, excellent work, some of the best commission work we've seen done in Jacksonville, with a price tag. And fortunately, City Council now has approved two budgets that include the costs of that program. But the program really focuses in three major buckets. It focuses on enforcement, obviously, police presence, prevention, which is really doing a better job reaching at-risk youth, and then the last one is basically dealing with reentry, and the word for that is reentry.
Prevention, intervention.
Intervention. I'm sorry, intervention. So prevention, intervention, and enforcement are the three. So intervention is about making sure that we help those folks that have served their time and paid their price come back into our community in a meaningful way and enjoying the workforce, as opposed to becoming an expense to us by incarceration, by returning to the life of crime they knew before. We're showing marked improvement in this area. In fact, we've had a 14% decrease in murder rate this past year. I think we are reaching more at-risk youth than we ever have through after-school programming. And the efforts to help those that have committed the crime and served their time re-enter has gone really, really well. So I'm proud of the efforts. We need to continue to fund it. We need to continue to focus on it, because I think failure to get our hands around this challenge is going to be a costly challenge. I think our community, if it ever becomes defined by the problem of violence, it's going to hurt our economy and our ability to attract people to the region. So I'm pleased with the work we're doing. The numbers tell us we're moving in the right direction. Not enough time to know if it's a trend, but we certainly see an indication that we're pointing in the right direction to building a safer community.